I have no interest in heaping too much on young guys. We were through that. We've been to this movie here. We've been to this movie 3 years ago with those defensive linemen. And you know what? They were thrust into that role too early in our organization's opinion. They weren't ready for it mentally or physically. If anything, their development was hindered by that overwhelming amount of reps. So we'd like to avoid that if possible. And I mean, as an organization, Coach Kelly runs a developmental program here. We like to take our young players and give them a chance to develop. Now, I would say that when they're ready, we're ready. You know, if you're the best player, you're going to play. But we'd like to think that you've been in the program for 2 years, 3 years, 4 years. It's going to be hard for a high school senior to come in and supplant someone that's been in our program for 3 or 4 years. I would think. I'm not saying it can't happen. I'm sure Coach Kelly would say the same thing, but Coach Kelly runs a developmental program. So we don't have any expectations of what those brand new players are going to bring to the organization on any kind of immediate basis.
How much are you able to maybe expand your package, or are you confident in expanding it?
You know, it's really a great question, and I don't want to avoid it, but I got to answer it by talking about the safeties, because we can't do anything to one that doesn't affect the other. All those players are connected, and they're not connected with an elastic rope. They're connected with a steel pole. As I move to the left or the right, I'm immediately pulling the adjacent guy. So no matter how much more the corners can or can't take on, if the safeties can't take on more, then the secondary can't take on more. So, you know, we're always going to be lecturing to and installing at and designing defenses to the aptitude of those four, not just one specific group. So what we've gained in veteran play on the perimeter, we've lost in veteran play at the safety position. So we're going to kind of be restarting at safety in the fall of 2013. And then we'll look forward to, as that season wears on and then we work into 14-15, we'll have a bunch of guys that have been around here doing it for a long time. That'll be exciting. But we won't be there in 13.